Well, hello, sports fans. What's going on? I suppose a lot of things are still freaking you at this point over here. You know me, Weaver John C., Risman, California, yada, yada, yada. No lead-ins, no corporate sponsorships, just me alone with a damn video on a laptop at this point over here. If nobody else likes it, that's fine. You try your own YouTube thing. This is how you do this thing. I have been wrestling around through a lot of issues, a lot of emotions regarding what's been happening for a great number of days and a great number of weeks and a great number of long time at this point. Some people thought I might be doing a thermonuclear breakdown at this point over here. Mental health. Apple juice. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. Some people like to keep their videos professional at this point over here. I haven't. I'm keeping as natural as I am right now, and that's what I am. It doesn't mean I have any speech impediments, at least I'm not quite sure if I have any, and if I do have any, oh well. If I consider if I might have mental health issues, or maybe autism, or anything else like that, oh well. I really could care less, but the only thing I do care is what I can say to other people at this point over here of what's been going on these days. Now, earlier today, I went into a tizzy when I did a few videos at this point over here that went thermonuclear. Actually, I went thermonuclear at this point over here. Couldn't help myself. I really couldn't help myself. I'm just shifting another computer over here so I can get the work done I'm doing concerning about a cruise video I could put on my YouTube here. Maybe without music, but if it is with music, I got to put in the right copyright formats on there because it's mostly important when it comes down for YouTube. They're very picky about that. But regarding personal opinion of what's going on in these days, it's my own personal opinion, my own observations as I see the news happening around me. The neighbors are still going up in arms over this Newsom situation. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them that Newsom made a lot of bad choices at this point with the information that he had, scanty and limited as it was. I mean, during the time he's putting people in nursing homes, and then we get the spikes. You know, we got COVID-19's going into nursing homes without jamming up too much of the hospitals that we still need for other medical emergencies. And with all the emergency rooms and the ICU beds filled up, how else are the hospitals going to be reacting to any other emergency? Stick the patients outside and die? That's how it works? So no, we had to find another compromise solution by putting people in nursing homes. If that causes a hell of a lot of grief and anxiety for a lot of people and being pissed off, yeah, it would. Because there is not much information at the time that we had concerning about this virus, and every single day throughout the entire year up until this point, we're still learning more and more about this son of a bitch bug. We don't have an adequate baseline on this bastard, but people are going psychotic. Politics, personal freedom, personal liberty. You know what? I don't give a on it. Because we're dealing with the collective good at this point. If we're doing a collective good, we don't need to worry about that stuff, now do we? But no, we're personal. We're egotistical. We're selfish and self-conscious and self-righteous. I know, because I'm one of those bastards at this point. I'm saying it as is, okay? You don't like the video? There's the door. Bye. But if you want to hear more, also, look in the mirror and talk to yourself about this stuff. Oh yeah, drive yourself crazy. Why not? But, you know, at least you'll be able to get to a valid, honest point in yourself. See whether or not you're actually doing and saying the right things at this point. Because I've been seeing a hell of a lot of comments on social media these days concerning about Twitter, concerning about Facebook at this point, of how to deal with the virus and how the government's screwing up at this point over here, from national all the way down to the local level at this point over here. People are pissed. People are upset. And with good reason. But it's not the government's fault. The government is trying to respond to a damn bug. But nobody cares about that one. Nobody wants to understand about that situation. Because it goes right over their damn heads. The kids thinking it's a damn flu bug. It's not a flu bug. There are certain elements of this son of a bitch that is beyond a flu. This is one mean retrovirus at this point over here. It doesn't give a hoot about you or me. And any kind of precautions we can try taking to limit this thing in order to save lives. Yeah! Your life, my life, everybody's life. But no, try to do that. Try to think about that one. Try to think about what you can do for your neighbor. But you know what? People don't care. People don't care. They will do what they want. And yeah, so past 3 or 4 videos I've had, I was pissed off as hell. Also about fireworks as well. Because now since we've got closures all over the damn state at this point over here, we might as well consider the whole entire state. We're going to have more issues with our local situations, which means all those people dealing with fireworks, guess what? We get to deal with them worse. I'm still waiting for the little bastards to start up over here. I'm still waiting for the bastards behind the trailer homes I live across the street from, and behind that, waiting for their artillery to start up. Because I know my dog is going to go crazy, and there goes the rock and roll music. And there's no drug I have, and no drug I can get that'll take care of my dog, except how to drug her up with marijuana. Or marijuana derivative products that people keep calling safe. No, it's marijuana. It's not safe. I'm sorry. Neither is any kind of chemical, but at this point, abstinence from the damn fireworks would be nice. The only thing I can do is limit the damage I've got over here, which is playing rock and roll when I can, close my dog up in the bathroom, and hope to God she don't hear the rest of it. It is the hardest damn thing to deal with throughout this week. People's attitudes, coronavirus, Governor Newsom, cutbacks we've got going on. Federal help, forget it. They're playing politics like crazy. More money to get out of our pockets, or future pockets, or future pockets. Greed. Foreign policy instead of national policy. Foreign policy, which means we got foreign nationals putting their money into our pockets over here. Guess what? How to influence our workers at this point? As soon as his lordship in the White House signs the bill, we have foreign influence, which breaks the United States Constitution right there. And somebody should have brought that thing over to the Supreme Court and nullified it. Well, because we got to save the statues. We have to save statues. We got to save this. We got to save that. This whole year of 2020, yes, I agree with a lot of people. It's becoming a royal pain in the ass, and it's a nightmare. But we still have to deal with it on a day-by-day basis. Chromosomes talking like Porky Pig. That's all, folks. Well, for our state and everything else, we might as well say that. And what embarrasses and hurts me the most at this point over here is I got to do a national apology. Or better yet, an international apology. For our hometown state of California for its stupidity. We're the laughing stock. We're one of many laughing stocks. We had a good rate regarding the COVID scare. The rates were going down in the hospital beds. They were stabilizing. We were getting less and less people, but unfortunately, as I'm looking at the cases, we got dumber and dumber and dumber. Now we pay for it. And people are pissed off about it, and they're going to blame the government for this shit. That's why I got angry and pissed off at people, because they're stupid. I'm a native. Does that make me stupid? No, it makes me pissed off at my own people in this place. Or even the transplants that keep coming over here and calling California home. Because if they cannot get their damn head out of their asses to do shit right, They can't protect themselves one way or another. They think protecting themselves is carrying a damn gun and that's going to help them out with a virus? Are you going to be shooting people left and right because they've got a virus? Is that how it works? I've seen gun sales go up in the past several months because of the damn virus, until the gun stores were shut down and then reopened again, and then more people had to buy guns because a lot of people are going to the stores and buying supplies at this point over here. Oh no, there's going to be a mass riot. We gotta have our guns and shoot people. We need our own supplies. Or better yet, they're freaking out about people maybe going into their homes. And that was a royal one right there. One particular city, one particular mayor, couldn't even be bothered to deal with their constituents, had roadblocks left and right. So what's the crowd supposed to do? Go through another street to get to them. Bringing out bringing out two people with guns, protesting a matter. And they're threatening to shoot people because they felt their gated community got broken into, and actually it probably was broken into. They had a legal right to protest, but the problem is bringing out guns and showing them like that is not appropriate. Unless they're breaking into your home, then it's a different story altogether. But did they break into the home? No. Just broken down some gates and get in. Did they break the home? No. But you're going to shoot people on the property. I don't know how their state law works at this point over here. I know in California you can't even do that. But people have tried. And people have gone to jail for it. Before COVID. So at this point, the only thing I can tell you at this point is I'm struggling with what I've got right now. It's not easy dealing with attitudes online or even outside. We deal, we cope, we move on. We sleep past it if we have to. But the thing of it is, we have to support each other. We're not here as individuals, we're here collectively. We're supposed to be Americans, for Pete's sakes, with a capital A. What the hell ever happened to us? A bug gets over here and all hell breaks loose. We got a federal government that's inoperative, and the state governments are struggling like crazy, trying to do what else they can to nail a bug, while politics are being played and our emotions are being played like fiddles left and right. Meanwhile, the country and our states are burning like crazy. Nero fiddles while Rome burns. You've seen those cartoons and that kind of story passed around from generation to generation concerning about Rome burning. Some people consider the United States of America Rome, or the Roman Empire, because of the influence that we had, I'll throw that up, had for so many decades. A reputation thrashed. Other things I worry more about, it's more apparent, is there's a fire ongoing up in Agua Dulce. In the canyon areas that are about 20 miles away from home. But still, smoke could be seen over here. So that's another thing to worry about these days. So, I don't know what your beef is. I don't know what your problem is. Give me a shout if you want. I don't care if you like or dislike. It's none of my business. If you get subscribers to see a guy going thermonuclear with the ranting and ravings, hell, maybe they get off of it. Who knows? Trying to have a good one today because the day's almost gone, and then we got tomorrow to deal with, and then tomorrow, 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 and then tomorrow.